So now I will explain a little bit about this tipi that I've been stitching now. This was a smaller tipi in the beginning, and I now extended with some new heights here. So in the beginning it was 3 meters, now it will be around 4 meters high. And yeah, normally if you start to cut your heights for a tipi in the plain style, like Lakota, Cheyenne, Arapaho and so on did, then you start with this height. This height on the back side of the tipi is your beginning point, because if you can see it here are the 2 smoke flaps, and this is the most important part where the tipi is stitched, pitched up with a pole. So the biggest and strongest height that you have will be this one, and normally you don't cut it like a normal square, you cut it a little bit more triangle. Like you can see it here, this line and this line goes a little bit more up, yeah, and they are wider on the bottom. Sometimes on the bottom here the tail of the buffalo, the bison, is still in place, intact, and they overlap. Like this one overlap here, like on the shingles on the roof of a house. But in this case here, I use the more common technique, and this one is like the Lakota did, like all the cuttings. You have to try to make them as straight as possible, not like this, not curved one, because that's complicated with the sinew to stitch. Yeah, that's much more complicated to get a good pattern. So yeah, what the Lakota did, and also the other tribes, almost all the tribes, they try to cut the single ropes like a square, and you can see that under the legs, the front legs, here a little bit of this part is missing, and you cut here under the arms, and in a way you cut a triangle out of it and make this nice one, single ones here, because here is more material, more height under the arms, so you have to reduce this one. On the modern heights that you get today, you don't find this one, but you can make something like a replica of a Indian skinned hide. If you cut the triangle like this, and then you cut the triangle in half in the end, or you can let it like only one piece. Yeah, and this one goes to the outside of the tipi, not to the inside. Yeah, this one, but all the stitches are done from the inside. I can show it here on top. Like if I look to the inside, you can see it is a little bit smoked, the tipi. The stitches were made like this, around 1 centimeters apart, the stitches, and it goes like this, like I think 4 millimeters down here. And if you make it like this, it looks like this one. Yeah. Okay, so there are some other special parts. You can see that sometimes it doesn't fit perfectly, so they had to fill up these places. And yes, they are not perfectly made here, But also on this Native American tipis you find a lot of, yeah, like not very perfect made pieces. And also here, this was eaten by a mouse, so I have to replace here a little bit like the hole. You don't make a square cut out, you make always like a roundish shape, like you can see here. This part is where 4 hides meet together on their front legs. You can see 1 front leg, 2, 3, and 4. This one is still not scrapped, but I will do this later. And here, this part is where it has to be filled up. So, something special about my tipi. Maybe you wonder about the shape, because it's not like a normal circle. If it would be the half of the circle, you have to go like this line up, and this line has to be going down somewhere here. But in this case, it's not like this. You have a little bit more extra room, so-called butterfly cut, because you have here, this part is around 1 meter or so more material. And yeah, you can see it here. This line goes up and this line goes up. It's not like perfectly lined up. So yeah, this tipi has more space for the saddle and for all the cooking equipment left and right from the door inside. So that's something that I like very much. Also, this tipi is in the front where the opening is. You don't have to cut out anything here for the door. Normally they don't do this. This one is only from the tail, from the back part of the hide. Maybe from this you can see it a little bit better. You can see that this is the middle where the tail was hanging. And also, if I go in front of the tipi like this, this is the point where the door is, and it don't has to be cut out. This is something that like the normal modern hobby people do. And later on in the times where the tipi, the fabric tipi were coming up, also the Dakota people and other tribes sometimes did this. But normally it's only a line. And yeah, something more. Maybe here I can show you. On one part, on the one side of the tipi, my tipi only has 1 hole on the one side, yeah, and only like 12 centimeters apart around, yeah, 12 centimeters apart, and like 1.5 centimeters like this, and also this is only a small cut. Yeah, they used very thin sticks. I can show you on the other side. Here I have 2 holes. No, not 2 holes, it's more like a cut. The cut is very small, you can see, and also they have 20 to 30 centimeters long, very thin sticks in this. Yeah, this was normally done like this. And yeah, what else I can show? If you use this butterfly cut, so you have more space in front, then you have to expand here these sides. Yeah, now I go to the back side of the tipi. You can see this one is the upper part, here is on the bottom. And if I go to my left here, you see that I have to extend with a triangle piece, or maybe you can see 2 triangle pieces, so that all the heights goes more like up in this side, yeah, more up, and so you get more space inside. And that was not always made. It was not that common to do this. Sometimes they also was stitching this side of the hide on this one without the triangle. So, but then the tipi is very straight up and there's not that much space inside. So I don't like that shape. Yeah, and something more to know. Also here you can see on the starting point of the tipi, what I talked about in the beginning. This one is the most important height, and this one don't have the cuts from the legs, because the cuts would be outside of this one, because it's a little bit triangle cut. But the other height that's down under, this one has these two cuts. And if I go like in this side, yeah, you can see the back side of the height, and here front legs, also the cuts. So the head was on this side. And if you go to this height next to the beginning point, yeah, you can see this one is with the tail to the bottom and the head up, and the two next ones are the opposite. Here the tail up in this side and the head down. So the front legs are on the lower part. Also in this case here. Yeah? Tail on this side, head in this side. So, and the same, it's clear, but I will show it to you. The other thing is that you have to do it on both sides in the same way. Okay, what else? I can show you here what happened if a hide is maybe cut with a scraper. You have to fill in a patch, like I did here. It's not made now, but I will stitch it together. And like I said, don't cut out a square or something, always like a round structure or something. It's easier to stitch in. And also you can see all these lines that I have to stitch. They are very straight. That's much easier to do. And here you can see what it looks like with the front legs. You cut out like this triangle and make two pieces out of it. And then you stitch it together. Okay, what else? What else can I show you? Normally, here on the upper part, the smoke flap will go wider, more down than where it is stitched together. So, yeah. So the water, if you close the smoking flaps, the water can flow down and don't go inside of here. Okay, so yeah, I will explain one more time how you stitch it. This one will be the first height, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is one together, 9. And then the rest ones is like 10, yeah, 2 pieces, 11, and then 12 with the rest pieces that you can see down here. That's not, you don't need them all the time, but in my case, some of the heights are a little bit small or smaller than the other, and some are very large. Also, the Native American, they hunt only the very young bisons, like 1 or 2 years old. So normally the leather was very thin and easier to scrap, easier to stitch together or something. Yeah, all the things was easier with the young bison. Also only female, not the bulls. Yeah, so don't try to make a teepee with very large and very thick and heavy hides. It's much cooler to try to take very thin ones, like maybe you can see it here. Yeah, it's very thin. maybe here. Yeah. So, but it's thick enough that it holds very strong together. Okay. One thing for you to know, that if you have seen it already, then okay. But I will talk to you. This kind of hide is a commercial tent, but without chemical, poison chemicals like chrome or something. So that's the reason why it looks a little bit whiter than the other. And this one is what I used for it. And here, maybe on this height, you can see it very easy. Here you can see the scrap marks. I have scrapped it with the hands, and then for an easier part, I smoothed it up with a machine a little bit, like taking a little bit of the hair away. And if there left some of the hair, not like this, but like if you look here, you can see some parts are still on the hide. This is no problem. I have seen it on some tipis. There are a little bit of hair left, not that much, only a little. And maybe you have wondered why these hides look so nasty. It's why the reason is I pitched the tipi for months outside, and I was trying to figure out how strong and how good the leather will last outside. And I find out that okay, it will get a little bit mushroom on it, but it is strong, like on the first day, a little bit like not that soft anymore, but soft enough, you can see it. And if I don't like this here, I can smooth it up a little bit, so then it gets more white again. Okay, that will be all for this part of the video. Maybe I will do another one when I'm finished it, and then I can pitch it up and I can show you a little bit more, because I also will paint this tipi. Okay, so see you next time, and all the best to you. Ciao.